Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living, and this is my second video from Alabama, and I'm coming to you from the backyard today. That first video was in the front yard. I just got through doing a little yoga. I'm still kind of stretching out from the trip the other day, loosening up, easing into being somewhere else, and sitting out here having a little snack, having a big cantaloupe. The watermelon I showed you in the last video, that one was a fail. It looked good. Even when I cut it, it looked good, and I was all excited, thought it was going to be good. It had no taste to it whatsoever. This cantaloupe, I got a little black pepper on there. It's good. It's not epic, but I'll keep buying some of these from the curb market where I go to. Anyhow, the subject of today's video, I was actually came up with it on the plane the other day. I was thinking a little bit. I'd been taking some notes from for something I was studying a couple of days ago, and I was reading over those notes, and I was just remembering when I was taking those notes, I think I was checking out some YouTube videos and reading the comments, and I think I was on a particular page on Facebook, and all I noticed was fighting, nasty comments, one person attacking another. You're an idiot. You don't know what the you're talking about. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't be eating like that. And I'm thinking, like, wow, what does that benefit? If I am to understand this correctly, I know this is it's about the statistic in the States, and it may be the statistic worldwide. I would imagine we're not more than that. That us vegans make up about 1% of the population of the world. So that makes us a pretty small tribe. And when you're a small tribe, you need to stick with your tribe as much as possible. You know, I don't care if you're doing 100% raw vegan, whether you're doing low-fat raw vegan, whether you're doing 80-10-10, whether you're doing raw till 4, whether you're eating the grains, whether you're eating the potatoes, whether you're not, whether you fast, whether you juice feast, whether you restrict calories, whether you don't restrict calories, whether you stuff calories. Now, like I'm saying, I don't agree with everything out there, but it's like we're all generally trying to move in the same direction. We all have a commonality. Commonality, is that a word? Or am I making up words here? Y'all tell me if I'm making up words. I'm back in Alabama. We tend to do that. But yeah, I just think we need to, you know, to possibly benefit the world, and to help other people out there that could benefit from hearing this message. There needs to be an end to the infighting between people. And I never know which world to call it, the raw food world, the raw vegan world. You know what I'm talking about. There's kind of like, whether we eat the same, there's these same places, these same people we watch on YouTube, these same pages we go to and interact with. And I just, you know, there's no use in it. And the only reason I can see it happening is there's agendas out there. I've done this I've done this actually for a business purpose before, and I've done it just for some my own interest before, where I've just observed forums, taken notes of various videos, and spot trends and spot what people are doing on a regular basis and why they're doing it, and just kind of getting into people's heads and understanding it. And quite frankly, it almost always, when somebody's angry, when somebody's beating somebody up, when somebody's banging somebody down, there's always an agenda involved. And a lot of times it's almost like the same, you know, if it was a newspaper or a magazine, drama sells. And it works the same way in the YouTube world, and it works the same way in forums and Facebook pages, Google Plus communities. Although I find the Google Plus communities to be a little bit more friendly, a little bit more open-minded to different ideas. But yeah, there's always an agenda there. It's, you know, it's people want to get those views. They want a keyword. They know what's going to get more views on YouTube, and it becomes kind of a gimmick. I mean, you know, there's if you know anything about SEO and getting your videos out there on YouTube, and keywords and descriptions and the little things like that, that does help a lot in getting views here. Me personally, I've come close and been tempted a couple of times, but I've resisted using gimmicky stuff to get more views. Like for instance, and this may rub somebody the wrong way, but you know what? I'm saying it and I'm not trying to hurt anybody. It's my opinion. Let's take that Woodstock Fruit Festival for instance. Right after all that drama went down, when was it? Back in November, like 6, 7, 8 months ago, something like that. I believe it was Durian Rider and Freely both did videos on it. Now Durian Rider and Freely were involved with this incident. It was about them. It was mostly about them. They had absolutely every reason in the world to do videos and come out and agree or not agree with them. They had every right. It involved them to come out and do a video. Now when I say they had a right, I guess I'm not saying nobody else has a right, because you have a right to do it. But after that happened and Durian Rider and Freely put out their videos, I want you to think back to what I'm telling you. How many videos out there did you see by the title that had something that either had Durian Rider, Freely, Woodstock Fruit Festival, all three of them? And if you could keyword in the title controversy, Woodstock Fruit Festival, Durian Rider, and Freely, you kind of hit the jackpot, because those words are popular and it's kind of piggybacking. So I saw people that, you know, maybe their normal average views per video were this, shot through the roof. Many of them 10 times as high. So that's just kind of a little example. It's like this drama out there is, you know, when they used to say about newspaper, drama sells, fighting sells. But I just think we just need to share information. I think we need to quit nitpicking against each other. I think we need to learn to be kind with each other. Even, I mean, I most certainly don't advocate eating meat. I don't advocate the standard American diet, but I would think that even that extends to people no matter what they're eating. I mean, you're never going to attract people by beating them up, screaming at them, being nasty to them. Even if they're being nasty to you, a lot of times if you will just continue to be kind to people, they're going to come around eventually, or they'll lose energy. They can't keep attacking you if you're being kind. I'm saying a lot of ums today. I'm still kind of a little bit mellowed out from the yoga. But yeah, I just think I'm going to keep this one really brief and not ramble on, but I just think it's very important. And I would like to see more of this, and maybe if any of you are listening, how about sharing this video? Just because I believe this is a message of unity, where we could just decide, you know, within ourselves, doesn't matter if you do something different from me, if you eat different from me, if you have a different belief than me. We're still have more similarities than we have differences. We're still more similar to each other than we are to that other 99% of the world. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. It's like you go to a party and there's 5 of you blue sneetches. What's that? The snitches or the sneetches. You know, some Dr. Zeus. But I will say we got, and I'm just using that. We got 5 blue sneetches. We're 5 blue sneetches, and there's 150 people in this room, and they're all red sneetches. Well, us blue sneetches, we need to stick together. You know, we don't need to fight amongst ourselves when we're so small anyway. Anyhow, just something to think about. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you'll stay tuned for more video coming from Sweet Home, Alabama. I might make one tomorrow. I don't do them out in public so much. I haven't really done many out in public with people, but I am going to. It's a place in Pensacola, Florida tomorrow where it has a lot of it has decent organic produce, but it has a lot of like I can get my Bragg's apple cider vinegar. It's good stuff. It's kind of like an independent Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. I'm going to get dates here. I can't wait to get the dates. But anyhow, I might take the camera along, and at least I'll do a little shorty. Anyhow, have a great day, and peace.